Good morning again. Well, we're back in the office a little bit this morning. I'm going to work on some corn prescription maps and some more planting stuff for a little while here. I've got a meeting later this morning, and then we'll work on the planter or something here this afternoon. But I have something to show you. We did something right. Very little, but something we did right. Check this out. So you see that chart? That chart is the price of wheat, monthly wheat price chart, going all the way back to 2008. Up and down, get little spikes there in 2010, and in 2012 the price went up. We had a drought, and then things have been down, and then boom, look where we're at right now. That's like this last month that things have just shot up. Crazy, right? Yesterday, Phil hauled in a load of wheat. We are down to one or two more loads of wheat in the bin, like the very, very tail end of it. The contracts are full. This is stuff we have left to cash out. Check it out. $12.99 and a quarter. We hit it almost the high. I know that says $13.42, but that's the futures price. This is the cash price. They have a 30-cent basis at our elevator that we hauled to, and dang, that's good. That's fantastic. The same elevator today, bid is down to $11.99, down 57 today, and that's after it went down a fair bit yesterday. Which $11.99 for wheat is still crazy good, but we hit the high. Now, it's entirely possible the wheat market's going to take off some more, and it's not the high, but who knows? It's hard to be upset with selling some wheat at $13. Now, if only we didn't have all of those contracts that we had made for $7 or $6.50 on the board that we had to deliver first, because we had a lot of those. But for that one load, that one truckload, we nailed it. Well, I suppose it's time that I actually accomplish something today. It's now almost 2 o'clock. I got a lot of planning done this morning. We got some stuff with our starter figured out. I've been working on, in my efforts to simplify, I have complicated things because that's how it works. So we have changed our starter program a little bit. I figured all that out back in January when I was buying the stuff that I needed. The question now became what fields get what treatment, because I have 3 different blends that I'm going to use, different combinations of stuff at different costs and different nutrients, and yeah. Point being, we're trying some stuff this year, and so I got to figure out what's going to go where. So I was working on all of that, trying to get some information from people on what can I mix, what can I mix, what rates, and varying them, is that good or bad, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's what I've been working on. That's what I'm doing. That's done. I'm going to work on this for a while. So what we are going to do, we're going to open the front door so we can pull ahead and back a little bit and stuff. We're going to try and get this frame leveled out. You'll notice that we've got a big hump in the middle there. We need to be able to set the whole thing down all the way while we're moving a little bit in order to get it to level out. We're going to fold the back rank down. We're going to wash out inside those row units where the seed tubes go, right in that area, and get that all cleaned back up so we can put the meters back on that Brock washed the last couple of days, and then we can be done with the back ones. All we've got to do then is wash the front ones up, and we can start adjusting blades and all of that kind of stuff as well. So we'll do something here. I'll try and show you part of it. I don't know. Well, I cleaned up a little bit some of the stuff from yesterday. So the first thing I need to do before we can set this planter down is pull out these cylinder stops. So like on the main frame here, this is what we put in to stop the planter from going down, mechanical cylinder stop. So you got to pull the pin, pull this piece out, and then there's a storage place for it on the front of the planter. We'll go put it up there. Right there. And then as I was taking this one off, you see that? That's oil. Oh, look at our cylinder. We got a leaker. That's on the main frame. So that one needs a seal kit, just like what we did yesterday, but it's the main frame. We might have to do that one, but it's not going to happen today, I don't think. Okay, well that was one of those jobs that requires two hands, so I didn't film it very good, but we got our planter leveled out. I'm gonna leave it right here. I pulled up a little bit too far that we can't close the door right now, but closer to my drain so we can do a little washing while we've got that. I need to let the upper row units down, and the cylinder stops are tight, so I need to lift them up, which means push that button and this button at the same time, so two hands. And now they go down. It is not terribly cold out today, so we're fine working with the door open for a while, but I am going to shut our heaters off so that they're not running the whole time. And now we start washing. Now I'm debating whether I want to use the hose or the power washer. Power washer might be a little bit faster, but I just need to get down in there. You see that dirt there? That's what I'm concerned about. The seed tube fits down in there, and there's a hook, and if that dirt's in there, then they get packed in, and they don't go in easy, they don't come out easy, and cleaning them off real quick would be nice. This won't take very long, so I think I'm just going to grab the power washer. It'll just be a little bit faster. So here's what I'm doing, just blowing off the bird poop to start with. Wash the mud a little bit off the gauge wheels from when I set it down outside. Anything we can get off there, dust real quick, and then down in that seed tube cavity. And we can get a little bit down in here, and that gets the dirt out. And then we just kind of squeegee the dirt that way. Look what I found here. We've got I would say it's a bearing out, but it actually looks like the rivets broke free from the hub on that opener, so good catch there. We would have caught it when we went to adjust them, but yep, we got one to fix. Okay, that's better. See, now it's clean in there. All right, we're gonna let this dry off for a little bit. Let's go check on the progress on our barn. I haven't updated you guys in quite a while on that. Check it out, check it out. They're getting all the wood in, almost ready for steel, I would think. They even got the connection between the old and the new done. Sweet. Well, it is coming right along. They're putting some support trusses or braces, I guess, on the roof there. He said they would be ready to put the steel on the roof tomorrow. So that's awesome. So yeah, we're coming right along here. I would imagine it's still going to be quite some time before the door is in, the overhead door. Definitely before we get our concrete, at least a couple of months. So more to do for sure, but it'll be nice to have a roof. And you know, when we're done with this planter, maybe we can park it in our new barn. Yeah, that'd be cool. So I let the planter dry off for a little while and backed it back up. We got our door shut and turned our heat back on. I'm going to go ahead and put these meters back on the planter here, so I'll show you how the first one goes, and then we'll just do it. But we start with our seed tube, and we've already cleaned and inspected and know that these are good, but we're going to slide it in there kind of loosely, but we've got to connect the wire harness. So hang on, let me do that. Like so, and then we kind of got to slide this in there and get the wire connector lined up just right, and then it pushes in and push those tabs together, and then they click into place. So now that's locked in there and good to go. Next we set the meter on, hooks on those pins and sits down in there, and then there's a hook, a latch here in the back that hooks in right there. We attach the vacuum hose to the vacuum door, the CCS seed tube to the mini hopper. We've got to put I'm going to get some spray lube, but we've got to put the cable, what do they call that? Pro shaft into there, and then hook up the wire harness. Let me get some spray. I like to lubricate those before we put them back together. Okay, and that goes in there, and we've got to
rotate this just a little bit to get it to line up. Sometimes you gotta. This is easier with two hands. Come on. Okay, hold on. There. See, it slides in farther. You got to get the square, the drive lined up. And then we turn this. That locks it in place. Hook up the wire. That is for the electric clutch for the row shutoffs. And now that meter is ready to go. Well, we still need to go through the blades yet, but we'll do that probably tomorrow. Okay. Well, we've got all the meters back on this back row. So I think now I'm going to take that one row unit apart with the bad blade. All right, so that one was this one? Yep, that one. The one that's all wiggly. So first thing we had to do is take this gauge wheel off, so I'm going to start there. This also happens to be a really good excuse to use my new mid-torque Milwaukee. Oh, don't drop that. Okay. Okay, so now we can see our blade a little bit better, and you'll notice that gap there. That is not supposed to be like that. We have got a rivet completely missing. The bearing's not bad, it just came loose. So, yeah. Okay, so we got to pop this little plastic cap off of here. Try not to make it go flying. There we go. Oh, close. And then we can take that nut off. Also, a 24 millimeter. Right side, right hand threads. If I can get on it. So that comes right off. There are some spacers in there we don't want to lose. We'll just set that down. And there's our blade. It's supposed to be attached to that hub. Now, the question is, do I try and reattach it to the hub, get some rivets and do that? Or do I just put a new set on there? If I put a new set of blades on here, it's different from the rest of the planter. So if this is not significantly worn, warped, bent, whatever, compared to the other one or the rest of them, I might try and fix it rather than replace it, just so that everything stays the same. It's best to replace them all at the same time, and I'm not replacing all of them because that one is bad. Okay, well that helps. So you remember the other day when we measured one and it was 14 and 13/16? This one is just under 14 and a quarter, significantly more wear. So now I need to take the gauge wheel off the other side or see if I can get my tape in there to measure that one. I don't think I can. To see if it's as worn or not. It doesn't matter because we're going to have to replace, they have to be the same. So we're going to end up with a new set on here, it looks like. Unless I've got some used ones in the parts bin that would be closer, but yeah, we'll take a look at that. Oh. Parts of why this one is worn more than the other ones, and I'm guessing that the other one is as well, is it is the one in the outside tire track. So this planter is different than our corn planter because it is 15-inch rows, obviously. So the corn planter, we have 30-inch rows, be like the front rank here. This one has a rank that splits all of those. Well, when you split them, you have to put one right in the tire track. Happens to be this one. And that's probably why it broke, because the ground is harder where it's compacted from the duals of the tire, the planter, everything. And that particular opener blade is going to wear much, much faster. Time to replace it anyway. Let's just go get a couple new ones. Well, look what we have here. Good used seed disc opener, new bearing off 1790. Matched set. Fresh rivets and everything. Okay. So we'll measure these, but I'm going to guess we're going to put those on. I don't see any brand new ones in here. This is where we keep our extra spare parts. But I've got to make a trip to the dealer tomorrow, so if I need to get some, we can get some. Dang near brand new. This one measures almost 15. As does that one. So we're going to put that set on this row. I went ahead and pulled the gauge wheel off this other side. Left-handed threads. Okay. And once again, don't lose your spacers. Okay, so there's the shank of the row unit, the backbone, I guess. There's a seed tube guard here that there's some wear on that, but I don't think it's terrible. Usually we replace those when we replace openers, and since I'm not doing the whole planter right now, we're not gonna worry about it. And then we've got this bracket. This holds our Keaton. This is called a Keaton seed firmer, and its job is to, as the seed falls out of our seed tube right here, falls out this spot, and then this kind of rides on the soil and firms it right into the bottom of the seed trench so that it doesn't bounce or roll off to the side or anything, and it ensures that it's packed into the soil nice. We've got good seed to soil contact. They're all consistent, even, the same. That's what those are for. So anyway, let's get our new opener. Yeah, this one. I gotta pop that center thing off, and we'll get this one put on. Okay, we've got a problem. So I put this one on here, right? Now these two openers, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know how long ago it was. I don't know who did it. It wasn't me, but they got new bearings put in this hub, which meant that the rivets had to get ground off. You take the hub off, put new bearing in, put new rivets in, attach it to the hub. It's clearly used because their paint's wore off of it and you don't put new bearings in a new one anyway. But look, watch. Can you guys see this? Watch. Let me see where I can hold the camera. See that? Look how wobbly it is. I've got it tight. It's not moving. The blade is warped. That would create the worst seed trench you've ever seen in your life. Nope. So we're not going to use these used ones. Those are junk. All right. Well, yeah, I got to get new openers for this one. And that was the only one that I've noticed. Of course, we got to go through and check all the gaps on these. I was going to show you how to do that, but I don't have the ones to put it back together, so I can't do that right now. Yeah, so we'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow, our John Deere dealer is having a planter clinic at our local branch, and so that's at 10 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm going to go to that. We'll learn a little bit about whatever it is. On planters and technology. Part of it, they have a thing on the Gen 4 displays, which I've never used to run a planter before and will be this spring. So that's a big part of what I want to go and learn about. And see what else I don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? So other than that, they called me. Our fuel tank's done. Remember that aluminum fuel tank that I took to have fixed? Yeah, it's done. They told me it was going to be 2 to 3 weeks, and it took them a week, or yeah, about a week. So we're going to go pick that up in the morning before I go to the planter clinic, and then we'll come back in the afternoon. It shouldn't be an all-day thing, so we'll come back in the afternoon, work on this for a little while. If I'm really nice to Brock, I'll wash units tomorrow. If I'm not really nice to Brock, we'll do some of the gaps and stuff on those openers on this back rank so we can get them folded up and out of the way. We're probably going to start there, at least on the ones that fold up, and do those so that we can get to the front ones easier. That's what I'm trying to do, is get the back rank done, and then we'll work on the front. So anyway, thanks for watching. Today didn't feel like I accomplished much, but we got a little bit done. We got some stuff put back together here, and I did do a lot of stuff in the office that you guys just didn't see. Planning stuff. Did I tell you this earlier or not? But yeah, the starter stuff where we've got different stuff. I'm trying to figure out what fields are getting what. Was working on fungicides and what fields are going to get sprayed when, especially on the corn, because we have 2 different timings, and just making sure we've got the products that we need to do what we need to do when we need to do it. So all that stuff needs to be done. I still got some scripts that I need to make up and stuff. So it's starting to get nice out. Like next week's supposed to be in the 60s a good chunk of the week, and while we've got some time before planting, this stuff needs to start happening, and I've delayed it and delayed it and delayed it. My house took up a lot of time when it was really cold out and stuff, and earlier in the winter, so I didn't get this stuff done when I normally do, and it's time to get it done. But thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Questions, comments, leave them down below. I will probably make a video tomorrow. Depends on how much filming I can do with the planter clinic and other stuff. And if I don't do one tomorrow, we'll combine it with Friday, and you'll get one then. So thanks for watching. See you, everybody.